Hello fellow captains, and welcome back to the channel. In this match in the Graf's B, me and this destroyer are going to be pushing toward Alpha. You're also going to see a majority of the blue team head in the other direction, up toward Bravo. You're also going to see a little later in the match that this is going to cause a problem for myself and the teammates on this side. Spot Leander, get some shots out, get some early shots out, see if I can do some major damage to him before he's able to retaliate. Then I jump into cover and get ready for the next time I'm going to have to engage him. This is a situation where slowing down behind the island is not going to be a good call. That destroyer is definitely going to need support. He's going to need a distraction. He sent torps, hopefully going to hit. And I'm going to continue to send shells at the enemy to hopefully get rid of this light cruiser before he's able to do any major damage to my team. Just me being here is a deterrent though, and chances are he's not going to try to push into Alpha while I'm here. Got a good shell hit on him, got a citadel. Now he's no longer combat effective. Now I'm going to loop back around to ensure that my teammates over in Alpha have some semblance of support. You're going to see there's actually an enemy cruiser in the middle, a Chumphon. I think I'm saying that wrong, but anyway, he's going to be a major problem for our destroyers on Alpha side, so I need to come around and poke some shells at him and make him too afraid to push toward Alpha. He is in a great position to be a major problem for my destroyers, especially if they start opening up with their main guns. And as you can't control what blue guys do with their spotting range, their smoke, and their guns, it's up to me to make sure that he's too afraid to push into Alpha side. Now that the Benson's spotted, I'm going to take shots at him. Last couple of videos I have mentioned it's super important as a cruiser, as a battleship, as a supporting destroyer, whatever side you're on. If you see a destroyer out in the open, you're in range, your guns are in range, and your friends are already shooting at them, you should absolutely engage and try to destroy that target.
Concentrate fire on the enemy warship.
So I've talked about this a little bit in my last match where one team or the other, normally I'm talking about the blue team, your team, shifting to one side or the other heavy. As you can see, this is happening on this match. My friendly ships, they're majority-wise pushing through Bravo to Charlie in an effort to sweep the enemy. However, the negative side to that being they are sweeping and pushing the enemy into the soft side of essentially the rest of their team that's trying to hold off the flag and putting us into a position where we are going to be outnumbered. They outnumber Charlie side. Enemy's going to turn away more than likely and try to avoid all those guns that are up towards the northeast in an effort to try to survive longer. At the same time, they are pushing those guns toward friendlies that don't have the capacity to deal with this. Now you can see here on the map that the enemy is essentially split between the middle and the southwest side of the map, or Alpha. They're going around the long side of the island. I don't understand that. I'm not going to comment. It's not important. It's a dumb move. You could also see that one of their destroyers has never been spotted. That can be a problem. However, one of their destroyers has been spotted, and essentially I know roughly where he is. Still could be a problem, but at least I know the general direction of where he's at. As far as the Devonshire is concerned, he did not have enough health to deal with this caliber of guns that I have. So, you want to meet with the Graf Spee in open ocean and without any cover? That sounds good to me. Leander, same thing.
Our team has taken
Now, with the Leander, he didn't really have a choice. He was already spotted by my friendly destroyer. He knew I was going to shoot at him. Yep, you might as well get some shells out. However, at this point, if it were me, I may have gone quiet here. I understand that I'm pretty much broadside to him, but with the health that I have compared to the health that he's got, it's basically no contest. The only thing keeping him alive is the slow reload time and the absolutely abysmal dispersion of the graph speed at anything over 9 kilometers. Truthfully, this Leander should have been dead 2-3 salvos ago. But RNG beat RNG. It's bye-bye for the Leander. Now I know that this destroyer is going to push.
Enemy cruiser sunk.
I saw him a little while ago. He hasn't really slowed down. That means he's definitely going to push. Immediately switch out to HE. I'm gonna do some major damage to him. One torp hits him because he decides he just wants to be greedy and try to come around the corner and shotgun me. I understand that this isn't a light cruiser with rapid firing guns, but still pretty dumb. But hey, as I said before, I'll take it. You want to make a dumb move? You go right ahead. Now, as you can see, majority of my team has essentially cleared the northeast side of the map. Now the only thing left to deal with is the California, and the only thing in range of the California is myself. So he's gonna push that corner and, well, try to get rid of me. Which, I mean, that's a fair decision. I'd probably do the same thing, slow up, get my nose on, because he knows I have torps. But in my case, I am going to do something similar. I'm going to try to set fires. I'm going to send my torps, try to get floods, and as much as I know that I'm probably not going to kill him, I'm going to do absolutely as much damage to him as I can before I die. He's got relatively large guns for the tier. He can overmatch me no matter what kind of angle I take, so it's fine. I've already consigned myself to death, but I'm going to take as much of his health as I can. At the same time, I'm going to continue to back up and be a distraction so he's not turning on my team and he can't start turning the tide. I think that's more important than, say, trying to pull off some fancy maneuver and die anyway. I want to live long enough to set more fires, to set more floods, and just do quite a bit of more damage than I normally would by pushing towards the enemy, dying anyway, and not setting those fires. Because the closer I get, the better his dispersion gets, and the better chance he has of killing me. Make a quick cut to the end of this match where this enemy battleship is just running against the border of the map, refusing to die. This was a interesting match where obviously I die, but my life contributed to us being able to at least hold our flag, hold off the enemy to a point where they couldn't sweep back over and start engaging my friendlies on the other side. So, as you can see, 56 gun hits, 3 torpedo hits, 1 plane shot down, 3 in caps, 3 destroyed, 2 fires, 3 floods, and 1 citadel, and 10 secondary gun hits for a high caliber. Here is the commander that I am currently using for the graph. As you can see, Karl von Mueller is the main commander that I'm using currently. As inspirations, I'm currently using Yamamoto and Gunther Lutyens. So mainly focusing on AP damage, AP penetration, mostly in the effort to focus on the penetration towards enemy battleships, trying to get to that citadel. As you can see on the screen, I'm using Beyond Range Expose in order to spot enemy torpedoes, punch through, add to that AP, fixate it, add to that shell grouping, which is already awful, and gun range, and refill station, again, for better reload time for those rather large guns that I don't have many of. If you enjoyed this content, consider subscribing. Leave a like, hit the notification bell for future content like this, and even comment down below letting me know any ships that you're interested in seeing a closer look at, any ships you're interested in seeing gameplay of, or even other games you might be interested in seeing. I'm Buckshot Bucky. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video.